Howdy gang, Jeff McAleer here once again, and today we're taking a look at Nightfall Eastern Skies from our good friends at Alterac Entertainment Group, or AEG. Nightfall is designed by Gregg. This is the latest release in the line. Nightfall is a very popular deck building game which features vampires and werewolves and ghouls. Oh my! I believe that Eastern Skies is completely standalone, that you don't happen to need any of the other releases in the series to be able to play. It's available right now, and it does carry an MSRP of, if memory serves me correctly, $39.99. So let's take a quick look at the back of the box here. Of course, Nightfall is for 2 to 5 players. It takes about 45 minutes to play. Honestly, most games of Nightfall that I tend to get involved in run about an hour, I'll be honest. It's for ages 12 and up, and this is going to include 84 minion cards, 84 action cards, 30 summon cards, 60 wound cards, 60 starter cards, 24 draft cards, 32 card dividers, and a rule book. So let's take a look inside, and Eastern Skies actually brings the Nightfall action to India. So we're going to open this up here, and we do have the game rules booklet, and it is version 1.4. It's going to talk about the components, setting up the game, unpacking the game, preparing to play, your starter decks. It's a deck building game, so of course you'll begin the game with rather weak decks. A diagram of how to set up, how to play. I understand that they've done quite a bit over the past year or so with Nightfall as far as kind of streamlining play, making it a bit more friendly to players and first-time players especially. So we're getting a breakdown of the anatomy of each card. Starting minions, talking about card effects and abilities, your turn, the combat phase, damaging players, the chain phase, which is a very interesting mechanic of Nightfall where you'll chain cards to make them much more powerful. It's pretty cool. Some play tips, kickers. Here's an example chain. Claim phase, ending the game, and then there's some information about variants of the game as well. The FAQ, which goes on a little bit there, some credits, and then some flavor narrative just added in. And hey, Smash Up, love Smash Up, yes! And then we've got Guildhall too. So, for the most part, you're looking at 24, about 20 pages of real rules. The rest are variants and so on and so forth. So we've got that. Once again, as we can see, AEG's got a real nice storage setup for the game itself. So let's take a look at some of the cards. We're not going to look through all of the cards because there are quite a few. So let's just take a peek at some. We've got the wounds. Those are the draft cards. Don't really necessarily need to take a look at those. But let's take just a fast peek at some of the cards that are included. And we're just going to take a look through some of these. One thing I always point out, AEG always includes some really sharp artwork in 99% of their games. So nothing in a card game helps get the juices flowing as really nice art. Now, one thing I will point out, the Nightfall cards are a little thin, so you're probably going to want to sleeve your cards. So just taking a look, we've got the Night Trapper, the Wukan group. These are hunters. Naidu, who is one of the characters, Hunter. Fists first. And as you'll notice here, these colors up in the corner will help you to chain your cards together. Neglected. Now, I understand that there's a new mechanic included in Eastern Skies for linking cards too. And of course, I'll get more into that in the review. We're just taking a look to see what we've got here. Like I said, pretty cool art as usual. Reaper's Tide. Nightfall is a cool game. I like it. It's a nice deck builder. It's a little more complex than some deck builders might be out there. But if you're looking for something that's got a horror theme to it, you can't go wrong with Nightfall. And we'll just flip through a few more of these. Gaiazzo. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. Ooh, pretty cool looking ghoul there. Gertrude the Monkey. You monkey, you. Looks like these are quite a few of the ghoul cards. I believe in Eastern Skies, it's more the hunters and ghouls as opposed to any werewolves and vampires and such. And with any of the releases for Nightfall, of course, you can include these cards in your other games as well. So you can build upon any of the other releases like Blood Country and so forth. So we're going into some of the wound cards here as well. And there are different kinds of wounds that you can get, which count towards your end game scoring. So just giving you an idea of some of the cards that we have here. And of course, the way that the storage is set up, you'll be able to put many more cards than what's in this box to make it very easy for you to take this on the go. So that's what we've got inside the box for Nightfall Eastern Skies. Once again, this is Jeff McAleer, and be sure to swing by thegaminggang.com because I'll have a review of Nightfall Eastern Skies shortly. And of course, swing by to check out the latest in news and reviews as far as tabletop gaming and a whole lot more. Thanks for watching.